What's happening, guys? Look what we have. The new motor, new Mercury 4-stroke 250 Pro XS. So today I'm going to be breaking that motor in, and thank God, look at the weather compared to last weekend. Last weekend was like 30 something degrees and rainy, and today it is 68 degrees, 69 degrees or so. It's a little windy, but I will take it. So we're going to put some hours on this motor. Before we go any further though, we have our tournaments coming up, our little series out of Coffman Beach. First tournament is December 16th, and that tournament series and the videos going forward are brought to you by Wholesale Batteries and Hillerman and Associates Insurance. So there's two things that everybody needs. One of those is insurance. So Hillerman's and Associates, you can call Tom, anybody at their team. They will take care of you for home, auto, business, life insurance, boat insurance, campers, toys, anything you can think of, they can insure it. They are also a broker, so it's not just like one company. They're going to shop around, find you the best deal, get you the coverage that you need at a good price. So awesome people, can't recommend them enough. That's it. All my insurance is through. It's just been great, you know, the entire time. And then Wholesale Batteries, something else you need for a bass boat is batteries. They have everything you can think of in that regard. They have custom wiring harnesses, which was cool, that you can go back from your battery up to like your console, and then it continues up and goes to your graph, because as we know, a lot of these boats they're hungry. I mean, look at all the stuff we have on here, and a lot of times, you know, they're not coming from the factory properly wired. So you upgrade to that wiring harness, you're going to be in good shape. But they also have any battery need that you can think of as far as your bass boat. So you got your starting batteries, your trolling motor batteries. They have lithiums, all the AGMs. They've got a bunch of different brands, good brands too. They got the Deca batteries, Odyssey, Expion 360 for the lithium. But they also do industrial batteries. So if you have a business, you have a need for batteries, in that regard, they can also do that. And there's a location in St. Louis and O'Fallon, and there's also one in Kansas City, which is good because I know there's a lot of people, especially at Ozarks here, that don't necessarily live here. You know, their home base is kind of Kansas City or St. Louis. So I want to give both of them companies a good shout out here. And kind of moving forward, that's going to be, you know, the title sponsors of the videos. So as far as this motor goes, breaking it in, like I said, thank God it's warm, but we're going to go, the first 2 hours are the most important, and that is keeping your RPMs under 4,500 and varying it. And then you have 1 minute of wide open throttle every 10 minutes. So I'm going to basically kind of set up a timer on my graph so I can keep track of everything and try and get as many hours in here. We are totally filled up with fuel. We're right by the dam is where I'm putting in here today, and I'll just see how far I go. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go toward the Blaze. I'm going to go up the river. We're just going to go driving and enjoy the weather, enjoy the scenery. It's going to be a little windy, but that's okay. Old Penelope here, she does good in the rough water. So that's what we're going to work on today. I don't know if I'm going to stop the fish much. Maybe I will a little bit with this wind. I don't know. It's kind of makes me want to throw like a spinner bait or a topwater or something around some of these wind-blown banks. But our primary focus is getting this motor broken in before it gets too cold. So I'm excited to get this motor fired up, get her going, and put some hours on her. So let's get started. All right, let's get the first start on this thing here. See how she does. Oh yeah, that is nice. So smooth. Way more boring than I thought it would be. I also forgot my speaker, so yeah, I don't have any music. It's way too windy to hear my phone, as music. So I just been driving. I drove up the river pretty far, stop every once in a while, mosey around, do some circles. Yeah, just driving around, trying to break her in. Adjusting my throttle now, my hot foot I should say. I think that best I had was 5,500, 5,400, somewhere in there RPM, at like 68 miles an hour, which is not where I need to be. I need to be around that 6,000. 6,200 I think might be the rev limiter on this motor, 61 or 62, I don't know, I had to look it up compared to the 2-stroke. But yeah, so we'll see if that changes it at all, or if I need to adjust something on the actual throttle on the motor, or get it hooked up to a computer again. We'll see. That's all part of when you get a new motor, you get a new boat, anything like this, different props, prop to pad, messing with it. I might have to adjust my jack plate too. We will see. The boat does feel a lot looser in the back end compared to what it was when I'm going faster. I got good lift, but it just feels kind of loose in the back end, so I'll have to adjust that a little bit. We will continue on the way here. I am pretty much by Lynn Creek right now. I'm going to drive, I don't know, I might drive by PB2 or something, and then I'll mosey my way up towards the dam. Hopefully that should get me right around that 2-hour mark. Then I can open it up for more than 1 minute at a time and finagle with the trim and everything a little bit more than I'm able to right now, because it's pretty hard to get a good understanding of what your boat's doing when you only have 1 minute of wide open throttle. Broke in 2.4 hours or so, and been able to rip on it there a little bit. Got up to 74. Still had more in the tank, really. Still short a little bit on RPM, so I'll have to adjust it a little bit, see what I feel like getting into, I guess, or see if I want to mess with the jack plate. But overall, happy with it. But tons of torque, I feel like, compared to my old motor. My old motor had a lot of power when you got up into that higher RPM, like around 5,500 RPM or so. This thing has just a crazy amount of power, around like 4,000 and up. It's just like you punch it and it takes it back. And then I don't know, I swapped down to a 24 Fury instead of a 25, and like I've got some, it's like driving on rails with this thing. I can take some tight turns. Prop never blows out, nothing never loses its bite. So overall, very happy with this, and I'll get a lot of time, a lot of hours out of this motor, so I'll be set for a long time. But we'll have another video talking about kind of refinancing, or repowering a boat I should say, versus buying a new boat, kind of some options and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.